would be. It's just that wind. Yeah, even our little kitty, she keeps going out and coming right back in. I'm not staying out here. Hi, Ron.
That's a nice haircut he's got there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look,
Oh,
he's back to normal.
Yeah, there you
good.
go.
Hasn't
I had to
got to my level yet, though. But
I had to send him with a picture because his lady that cuts his hair tends to like to just shave it all off. So he went with a picture this time.
It looks good. Looks
You know
good.
what the picture was, Vicki? It was
No.
a picture of you.
That was
Oh, yeah. Well,
I
you
mean,
know, I'm
you're
getting
here-
ready. I'm
we
actually
almost
getting
have the
ready to go
same
shorter.
haircut.
yeah, hers is longer.
I'm getting ready to actually get mine a little shorter, but
Okay, admit. Hang on, it's
Three people, view,
3 people admit. Okay.
view.
Okay, Jane Ann.
He might learn how to
Admit,
use my
Bob.
computer one of these days. I don't know.
TK. Okay. There we go. There they go. All right. There's Diane.
Dark here.
Hello.
Hey, Bob, we can just see the top of your head.
It's cute. but
I'll get it.
the whole person.
There you are.
There he
There
is.
he is. Oh, now it says Bloomington South.
Yep, there you
Be right
go.
back.
Okay.
Leaving.
Hey, we can see your bed.
Yeah.
Better.
I finally figured out how to adjust our light on our camera.
yeah.
Ah,
Not in the dark.
little bit of bubbles.
Yeah, I can't tell.
So how was everybody's week? Pretty good?
Good.
Yes.
Mine was not.
Yeah, that's
All right.
Good. And I've heard from some of you about coming over for the luncheon.
Yeah.
Hulk is
Oh,
going to
he's
get
on.
on.
He must be having to work,
Oh,
so he
my
decided
gosh.
to get on instead.
Yeah, he should be in Frigid. So there he's back in Washington
there.
State now.
I'm back.
Got your woolies on?
Huh? Yeah,
you got
right.
your
Now,
underwear?
this 70-degree weather is really
Oh my
hard.
God.
No, come
Well,
on.
I guess you don't have any snow then.
Nope. Just in the higher peaks, that was it.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was a long drive to get here from where we were.
Oh, are you both back?
We're both back.
Okay. So
And, but Carol's got, she's going to be doing nanny duty. So, to get to
Hi, Carol.
Bellingham this time of year,
I'll do a flyby.
hi,
Carol.
Carol.
Good to see
Bye.
this is Carol.
Everybody finally gets to see Carol.
Hey there.
Good to
See-
see you all.
See, you can't possibly believe all those bad things he said about her once you meet her in person.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, Carol. Yeah.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a 6-hour drive or more to get from Bellingham because the pass that we normally would take,
Right.
which is 3 hours, is closed still,
Yeah.
and it won't be open probably, they're saying, I'd say June.
Well, you gotta plan this better, Jimmy.
Huh?
You have to plan this better.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
act till June.
Come back later. It'd be the,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harvey. You guys.
your hair looks good, Tom.
Thank
Yeah.
Hey,
Finally
Tom,
back to a
say
normal
hello.
you.
person.
Yeah, I finally. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it sure does feel good. I'm glad to get all that cut off.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh,
Makes
yeah,
you-
it's gone.
Lean into the
Makes you
camera.
look younger.
Steve.
See,
It
look.
looks,
Yeah.
it really looks good. You did good, Joe. Send a picture.
And Jane Ann, what do you think?
Oh, it looks much better.
Yes.
But I had to send a picture with him when
Yeah.
he went to get it cut.
Yeah, but you know what? I thought I was gonna be that good, as good looking as that guy, and it didn't turn out
Yeah,
that
it
way.
didn't turn out that way, darn.
Those days are gone, TP.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I had him on there looking at haircuts. He's going, oh my gosh, some of those haircuts of those guys are just cracking his. Oh,
I thought that after I showed this showed her this picture,
Yeah,
then I would look like this.
yeah.
Oh,
I did
So
too.
all of a sudden-
I was really disappointed.
See there?
oh,
Why?
yeah.
What the heck? I mean, my hair's
Like
still
that,
white.
huh?
I mean,
Life got in the way,
Yeah.
too.
I think we'd notice if your hair suddenly was dark.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's all right, TP. We still love you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway. So, but
Life
it did
gets
feel
in the
good, I'll
way.
tell you that, to get a haircut. And I've been going to this lady for years, so, you know, and it's the same place where she's always been, and
Yeah.
it's real, you know, comfortable, and we always go on a Friday morning, and nobody else is there.
Yeah.
You know, it's just kind of cool. So 14 months. So anyway,
Wow.
well, enough of that.
Wow.
So now, okay, you guys. So I've been trying to stand in for Jimmy Hope, sending you music. And so I got a feeling that I'm not doing the job that he's doing. But I did get, and maybe I told you this last week, but I got a response from Steve Van Zandt
Wow.
twice,
Right.
the week before and then this week. And he says, man, oh man, he says, those old guys can still really rock it. And that's true. Yeah, those guys, man, I tell you. So, but I didn't know if you guys were into that kind of music. That's back from the, you know, late 60s, early 70s.
Tom and Jim ran into another documentary on Alan Freed.
Who?
What?
Alan Freed.
Alan
That
DJ?
did the original top 40 before Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Really good.
Yeah.
Put all the rock and roll groups together and stuff.
Oh,
I'll send
and-
it out later on.
Okay, documentary. Okay.
Alan Freed.
Oh,
Alan
Freed.
Freed,
Oh,
okay, I know
Freed.
Freed.
Okay, I know who they, okay, I know who you're
Yeah, I
talking
know
about.
who
You
that
guys
is.
know him. I mean,
Freed. Okay, I thought you were saying Reed.
Put all the old groups together for shows and stuff.
Freed.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
What was the
And-
name of it? Alan Freed? Hey, Bob, what was the name of it?
I think it's the story of Alan Freed, if I remember.
Okay.
Okay,
Pretty
And also-
straightforward.
Bob, my brother, my youngest brother, Tim, was wanted me to ask you if you knew anything of Marlon Burns.
Marlon Burns.
Yes, is he still in Richmond?
Well, Marlon Burns has made a wonderful career selling high dollar automobiles.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
He
wow.
was in, he was left here, he worked for Chuck Williams, left here and went over to Columbus. And Tom, I think the company he worked for over there was Executive Motors. He now may be in Georgia. Same business in Atlanta. Selling extremely high dollar automobiles, new and used. And if I remember right, he's on Facebook. You might be able to look him up.
Now, I want to make sure we're talking about the same guy. Is this the guy who, when he was in high school, won the state championship in the 100 and the 200?
Yep.
Okay. Now, my brother thought that somehow he, I don't know what had happened, that he thought he was in a wheelchair now and was paralyzed.
Now, wait a minute, Tom. Marlon Burns, I'll have to check on him. I'll check with Bill Eaton or somebody.
Okay.
Those guys don't know what's going on, but you're right. I've got the wrong guy.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Now, what's that guy's name though?
Sure.
That was good.
Oh, he's a good Richmond High School athlete. It's the reason, and very similar to Marlon Burns.
Yeah. Well, I of course, he was in my youngest brother is 10 years younger. And so they were in the same class together. And I guess that they ran around a lot together and went to Vincennes University together. And he was telling me about how this Marlon Burns won the state for Richmond in the 100 and the
Is Tim
200.
back in this area?
Pardon?
No.
Is your brother Tim back in this area?
No, he lives in Northern California
Okay.
in Humboldt County.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, is there anybody here from Northern? Oh, well, Harvey would know about Humboldt County.
Oh, boy, they smoke them up in Humboldt.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead and smoke it.
Humboldt County is the mecca for cannabis in the United States.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, it is, that's,
Tell him where he used to work.
yeah, when he first went out there, he worked for a medical marijuana
Distributor?
a medical facility. I mean,
Yeah. medical facility.
this was before California had passed the law to make it legal for recreation. Is that right, Harvey?
Yeah.
Is
You know,
recreation?
at first it was medical and then it went into recreation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess that for medical, it had been in existence for a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a while. There's a dispensary was like a block from our office downtown San Francisco. So they're
Oh, wow.
kind of everywhere now, of course, but
Yeah,
but the medical thing, yeah. You needed a prescription and then they
right.
had things like, there's a place here called the Cow Palace, which is an old arena where the Warriors used to play. It's an old place, but they would have on a weekend a cannabis expo, and they'd have a doctor right there that would write you a prescription. So
Okay.
you can say, I got a headache. Okay, I'll write you a prescription. So
Wow.
it was pretty open stuff. Oh,
Were you an early adapter, Harv?
Oh, it felt pretty good, yeah.
Well, where my brother Tim lives, it's just north of, what's the name of that crazy? Oh, Eureka,
Eureka.
and it's a
Way
little,
up there, yeah.
yeah, it's a little town called Arcata.
Yeah.
And Arcata is kind of, it reminds you a lot of Bloomington.
Yeah.
And Humboldt State University is located there. And it's got a town square, but it's open. It doesn't have a big, city hall thing on it.
No.
And every Saturday, they've got a farmer's market going on there.
Cool.
And there are
It's a
lots of
neat
real
place.
cool places to
Really
eat.
neat
And then it's right on the ocean also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful area. And they have their own city park, and their city park is a redwood forest.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
like, whoa,
I've
okay.
been up there, Tom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been up there 2 or 3 times, and it's really
How
nice.
long's your brother been there?
Gosh, has it been 10 years?
Oh, yeah, I think so. 'cause
At
they
least
went
10
shortly
years.
After Jim died. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and they seem to be in this pocket where
Yeah.
all around, California can be getting terrible weather, and state of Oregon can be getting terrible weather,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they won't get
They
bad
won't
weather.
get anything. It's
I mean, it's just
always nice.
always, I
never
mean,
cold.
it can rain,
Yeah.
but it never gets real cold. It never gets real hot.
Uh,
Sounds like San Francisco.
yeah.
Or San Diego?
Right.
So anyway, cool little town.
Good.
But
Vicky,
anyway-
what have you got?
Pardon
I
me?
want to know what Vicky has on her shoulder.
Oh, it's
Fan.
one of my dogs wanted up if you're talking to me.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, I thought it was a bean.
This is the one that ran away for 4 days.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay,
Oh.
thanks. Sorry.
Hey, Judy, we want to know how much snow you have.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it was all white this morning, but the green has come through again and the mountains are white. It's okay. This happens, And I got my snow tires off the day that the storm came. So I was
Okay.
prepared.
Good.
Well,
It's okay, though. We need water so badly. We'll take it in any form.
yeah,
Gonna say, I just got a picture from my son in Rutland, Vermont, and they look like they had about 3 or 4 inches, but they said there was a lot of rain with it. They were expecting 12 inches Thursday night or
Yeah.
Friday.
Right.
We said that here, but it might have been 12 inches,
wow.
but the ground was so warm that it just kept melting.
Gotcha.
All right,
Yeah.
it
well,
can't last.
the national news made it look like you were just going to really get dumped
Yeah.
on, like,
Feet.
yeah, feet. And maybe that was in Maine.
No, I don't know. They like to sensational. Everything has to be
Yeah.
sensational.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You're right.
It's spring, spring's like that.
Because we'll just keep going up 101.
I tried to take a friend shopping for flowers this morning and we don't even have any yet.
Oh,
I mean, we do, but it's gonna be free overnight frost the next couple nights next week, so.
well, now that's late for you guys. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
the last half of April.
yeah.
Wow.
That was Jane Ann's birthday present to. She just turned 90. And so Jane Ann says,
Oh,
"I'll
the
take
other lady.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah,
lady,
I
I'm
just
thinking,
turned
turned 90.
Oh, see, I thought you were talking
it
Jane.
sounded like
Excuse me.
Jane Ann just
Look
turned.
pretty young.
Jane Ann just turned 90 and this lady's gonna be, or just turned 95.
No, she just turned 90.
Yeah.
And she has no car anymore.
Claim it.
She loves to have
Good.
some flowers,
She
so
just gave up her car.
just gave up her car. So I said,
Wow.
okay, we're gonna go flower shopping. And then, of course, we picked the wrong day. We gotta wait a couple weeks.
Hey,
Oh,
Judy, do you get wildfires where you are?
oh, yeah, beautiful. Do you-
Fires?
Oh, fires.
Fire.
Wildfires.
Fires. Fires?
Do
Fires.
you
We
get
get fires? Oh, gosh, no. It's too wet.
Okay.
I mean, it's called the Green Mountains, so it's green because of all the trees and the lushness.
Yeah,
I mean, you could have a little, it'd be very rare. But we did have a tornado about 4 miles away, which never
Oh
happened.
my gosh.
wow.
Yeah, weather's crazy.
Mhm.
Are you home, Jim?
Yeah,
How is it?
Um,
Did you get home in time for mud season?
no mud season. It was a dry March,
Whoa.
Oh, good.
which is not
That
good.
must not be good. No. No.
No, not in fire country. It isn't.
No.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
So everybody is, I'm going to go to a meeting or a virtual meeting on Monday to talk about the fire season coming up.
Do you do a lot of, you dig, what do you do?
Huh?
What do
What do
you
we do?
do
What-
to alleviate it?
Oh, they're trying to control it with controlled burns and whatnot, but what you do is you have a lot of space around your house, a lot of green, much green as you can get.
Huh,
And then don't plant trees next to the house.
Yeah.
yeah.
And just be aware of what's going on elsewhere in the area. So you get alerts, and the online monitoring is pretty good. I mean, they can pinpoint where fires are, and which direction they're going. And, but, we've had years when we've had nothing.
Wow. What does that do to your air quality? Do you have a lot of
It's pretty
smoke
bad.
around?
Yeah, I mean, it's bad sometimes.
It's too bad.
So, but it's the price we pay, I guess, for being where we are.
Yeah.
Jim, how many acres do you have? Or is it
You're wet.
acreage around your house?
No, we have 20 acres, but this is all.
Jim, do you
scrub.
have acreage?
Yeah, 20 acres, but it's basically edge of desert sort of place. So it's, they call it scrub steppe type of environment. So you get a lot of sagebrush. We have aspens. But basically it gets pretty dry here by the July, August time period.
Mm,
So,
Scary.
Can be.
Thursday, and my daughter-in-law's car got peppered. And it went through, it took in a swatch pretty wide and pretty long. So the body shops and the roofers are gonna be busy.
It was a tornado?
No, it was hail that was about the size of ping pong size.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Where's
It
that,
was-
Becky?
And it was just thick. I mean,
Awesome.
it fell on the ground and it looked like snow.
Yeah.
I've been through one of those. I worked at a body shop at the time. And they got all the people's cars in that they were working on, but they didn't put the employees' cars anywhere. And I went
Oh,
out and my back window was gone and little white car looked like a Titleist golf ball.
Oh,
It went through about, I don't know, 15 miles wide and about 50 miles long.
Gee,
Just went, everybody in that path got it.
wow.
And hers isn't too bad. I don't think. I haven't seen it yet, but they do wonders. I saw that body shop turn them around. And they were
Hmm.
sending them all over the country to get, to get them fixed and then come back.
so when did this happen to your daughter?
Thursday.
Wow.
I heard
And
that.
where was that?
She was in Leander. She was at home. She had just got home from work, walked in the house, and then it let go.
So, and how close does she live to where you live?
10 miles.
Oh, okay.
north of us.
Oh, and you missed it.
I missed it this time.
Hmm.
My car was in the garage, thank goodness. Of course, my
Yeah.
truck is sitting outside, but but we had it covered up.
Cool.
We've
Oh,
learned how to put pads on it and mattress pads and rug remnants and
you're kidding, for the hail?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when they get to be about this big, Judy,
Yeah, but you have to think about that a lot.
yes, in the spring we do.
Good heavens.
So
Hmm.
that's the one thing that's other than the droughts that we have in the summer.
Yeah.
It's, we've got the process down pat to cover the truck. So,
Wow.
Yeah, but you had a problem with squirrels though, didn't you?
oh yeah, we had squirrels. But by
Squirrels.
golly, the garage is going to be cleaned out and the truck is going to be in the garage this next winter.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah.
I've been cleaning and cleaning. And in fact, I went through a notebook yesterday that was some of Tom's genealogy. And a cousin of his did a search and it took it back to the 700s.
Whoa.
And
Oh,
do you know
mercy.
my husband was royalty.
Whoa.
I'm glad, he probably didn't know it at the time though, right?
No, he didn't know it. Well, he found out, in later life, but by golly, if he'd known he was royalty back when, oh golly, we wouldn't be able to live with him. But he was supposedly related to Charlemagne, according to this notebook.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
cool.
So, it's kind of, I was gonna throw all this stuff out, but I got to looking at it and I said, I better keep that one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Nancy, when Becky was talking about the hail and you were shaking your head, so I didn't know that you would get hail where you are.
We don't get much hail, very rarely. She's more north than I am.
Yes, yes.
We only thing that's happened with us is we got quite a bit of rain and it turned cool. It's only 63 degrees here. this
Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
same
I
here.
love it because it'll be 100 soon.
So, yeah, so you just get rain and flooding.
Yeah, we had flooding. Yes, we get that.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
And
Diane,
ice like last time.
Yes.
spring.
yeah,
But that was highly unusual. Becky, Austin gets ice storms
Oh, yeah.
much more because when I lived in Austin years ago, that was pretty.
And it
pretty
shuts
common.
down. The whole town shuts
It
down
does.
because they don't.
We
have-
don't get that down here very much.
But people just have to stay home because nobody knows how to drive on it and they don't have any
Right.
trucks to get rid of it.
That's right.
So everybody just stays home. They're smart ones stay home.
I was going to say, Becky,
Yeah.
I'm glad you clarified that.
There you go.
I've heard from some of the folks about the luncheon. So I got a
Oh,
feeling
good.
we'll have a pretty decent turnout.
Good.
So
Tell me again when it is.
it is on Friday, June the 25th.
Okay.
And yeah, and if you need a ride or something, I can come by and get you.
No, I'm fine. Jay Clayfoth on June 19th, and I don't know whether it was by invitation only, but I'm sure if any of you could make it. Barb Clayfoth is kind of having a celebration of life at their
Mhm.
home on June 19th. And they live at 119 West Main, Centerville. But it's kind of an open house. It's 2 to 7.
She put it on Facebook.
Okay, good,
That's where I saw it.
good.
Okay. Okay. June, what day is that? Is that a Saturday?
19th is Monday, isn't it?
Monday.
Oh, what did you say, June or
June.
April?
June
June.
19th.
June.
I didn't really look to see what day that was. I
That'd be a
assumed-
Saturday, I think, because
No,
the
that's a
25th is
Saturday.
Friday.
That's a
No,
Saturday.
the 26th, we're going to, yeah,
Saturday.
it'd be a Friday, wouldn't it, Tom?
Saturday.
Saturday, because the 25th
Saturday,
is on
okay, yeah.
a, 25th is on a Friday.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
too bad it wasn't closer to the 25th,
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's fine.
Okay.
Well, is Ginger Swope's thing private? Where's that being held? Isn't she, Jane Harlan coming in for that?
Yeah, me too.
And that one's gonna be the weekend.
June the 26th, it's the next day,
And is
Saturday.
that,
Yeah.
and is that in Richmond then or not?
No.
Or where-
It's that at Ginger's Lake House at Indian Lake.
Oh, at Indian Lake. Oh, up north from where I
Right.
am. Yeah.
I guess
Up
Jane
in
didn't know.
Saline,
She's
Ohio,
not on
isn't it,
today.
Indian Lake,
Mm-hmm.
up right off 75 in northern Ohio, I believe.
Right, yeah.
I've never been there. I don't know. I'm just
St.
going on the
Mary's,
ride.
St. Mary's, Ohio, I think. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, and I did I heard back, Bob, from Kristen.
Yeah.
And so everything, yes, definitely is all set, and everybody's doing a good job of letting me know if they're going to be there. And so I have a feeling we'll maybe have 25.
Wow.
Good.
Tom,
I
I'll
haven't
be
let
there.
you
I
know
didn't
yet,
tell
Tom.
you.
Yeah.
I haven't told him either. I haven't texted you, but my husband and I will be there too.
Okay,
good.
great,
That's awesome, yeah.
Darn it, Tom.
great. Yeah,
Hey, Tom,
yeah,
I've got a feeler out for Marlon Burns. He is on Facebook.
okay,
So tell Brother Tim that, and I've got some locators working on it now.
okay, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. I'll
Well,
let you know.
the reason I ask is my brother Tim is coming here to visit his daughter and
Yeah.
grandchildren in Dayton.
Yeah.
And he's he wanted to go see some folks he knew in Richmond, and he thought that Marlon was in a nursing home in Richmond, and that something had happened and he was paralyzed, but in a wheelchair.
I'll send the information to you on that, Tom. when I get
Okay,
it.
Great.
yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. I guess
Another
they were-
great movie while we're on me is called, no. J. Edgar.
Hoover?
But
The movie is done by Clint Eastwood,
Oh, cool.
and the casting is unbelievable. And I can't remember the lead guy's name. I should know it, but anyway, he ages 50 years during the course of this.
Oh, my
It
God.
Covers all of Hoover's career.
Hoover.
And
Yeah.
how he got to be so powerful with the president stepping aside for him and all that kind of thing.
DiCaprio.
Yeah, my cousin was in the FBI. He told me about it, and it's well worth a watch.
Cool.
And it's called J. Edgar.
J. Edgar, that's exactly right.
Yeah, I think it's been out for a while, hadn't it?
And it's been out for
Yeah.
quite a while, and
Yeah. I think I
Clint
saw
Eastwood
that. I
is the
think I saw
producer,
that.
and he does some really quality work.
Mhm. It's good.
Okay.
It'll scare you to death to know anybody in this country was that powerful by themselves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's true. It's a good show.
Okay. Now, Diane, where did you go for a while? Because all we could see was the ceiling.
Or the floor.
And we thought we saw a gremlin kind of go by you in the
Computer was turned
background.
up or something.
I was having a coughing fit.
Oh, no.
That was my grandson who got me some warm water.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, so the secret to curing a coughing fit is warm water?
Well, it sounded like it would help.
Oh, And obviously it did.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, question for everybody. Spaghetti sauce have sugar or no sugar?
No sugar.
Uh,
Some does. I put
Some
sugar
Some
on
of it
it,
does.
a little bit.
depends on the
And do you know why you
tomatoes.
use a little bit?
Why?
Kills the acidity in
That's-
the tomatoes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
The old Italian families, we were on Facebook the other day talking about that. The old Italian families, the gals always put a teaspoon or a couple teaspoons of sugar
Uh-huh, that's right.
in with the tomato sauce because it kills the acidity in the tomatoes and you don't get burned an indigestion from the sauce.
That's right.
That's something, because I have a recipe from an Italian lady that was a friend of my mother's, and it doesn't have any sugar in it.
oh,
Really?
Well,
You didn't get the word.
growing up in Catholic school, we had all those fundraisers with the
Yeah.
Italian women cooking.
Yeah. Lucky
And I
you.
remember that, Jenny Sticko and Frank DeVito's mom and, God,
Teach them that.
Sini ladies and all of them.
That's
When they
neat.
had the big pots going, they take a teaspoon,
Yeah.
put in 4 or
Yeah.
5 teaspoons of sugar. And it get, not enough to make it sweet, just enough to take the acidity out of the tomato.
I'll have to do that next time. Thanks, Bob.
With
My
the-
brother was a chef and he
What
put,
I'm here for.
he
A
put
wealth of
sugar in
trivia.
chili.
Yeah, and
Put a little bit of sugar.
Yeah, and
Hey,
And I
Tom,
got- this is a-
Tom,
makes
I don't
sense.
know if you remember this, talk about Catholic school meals. But St. Mary's, they got a French fryer one year
Oh, wow.
and they never had a French fryer. So they started making French fries. You could smell it all over the school.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot
You
to
go
exhaust
down
fan,
and just
Jim.
scarf up the French fries.
What?
You forgot to put an exhaust fan in, balance it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
my,
must have
that's my
happened after I
Catholic school meals. Huh? You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
He'd remember that too.
I remember some kind of a mixture of beef on a toast. We could call that, S on the shingle.
Yeah.
But they served that a lot. I remember that, but
Yeah.
I don't
Kind of
remember. any
chipped
French-
beef or something?
Yes, yeah.
Actually, it was more ground beef, wasn't it, Jim?
Yeah,
rather
Yeah,
than
it was
chipped
ground
beef?
beef.
It was ground
I
beef.
I
It was
remember on
really
mashed
different.
potatoes.
Yeah.
You used to put that on mashed
It's
potatoes.
supposed to be chip beef, isn't it? The
Yeah, it's chip
Supposed
beef.
to
the
be.
real recipe that we used in the army was chip beef.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
chip
Yeah,
beef.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Bob? Bob,
yeah.
have you ever eaten at Ron DeMayo's house by any chance?
Oh, my God, yeah.
I have
He's
to.
And Wendy with clam sauce.
That's
I
it.
don't know
That's-
what he's having, but he invited Betsy and I to
An
an
Italian.
Italian dinner while
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be in that Thursday before the Friday gathering in June. So I was just curious,
I'll tell
do you think you
TK,
put
it's gonna
sugar?
be great wine. Linguine with clam sauce is Ron's specialty,
Oh,
and you'll never have a dish like it. It's old Italian food straight up.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
I went over to their house one time for that. My husband and I did, and I came home and a couple weeks later, I tried to make it and it was so bad that we threw it out and had peanut butter sandwiches for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, hard to duplicate.
And I
that
taught
one, Vicki.
cooking, but I
Yeah, TK, just to update you on Ron. Ron and I chat a couple times a week, obviously about golf and stuff and kids and all that stuff. And Ron is obviously older than we are now,
I think he's 84.
but he's getting very weak.
Yeah, he said
He's
he
on a
couldn't move,
walker,
very mobile. Mhm.
but his ability to do anything very long is not very good at all. He's gonna come see me pretty quick because we can have visitors again and
Oh, good.
but it's hard for him to get to where I'm at because of the walk he has to make from the doors and stuff. So I'll just meet him out front.
Mhm.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. I didn't know Ron. He was a sports writer at
I
Halidum.
played him when you guys were playing, yeah.
Yeah, at Earlham, and so this guy kept showing up all the time. And who's that guy? He says, who are you?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Worked at Glen Miller. He had 3 kids above the, Vicky, if you know where the clubhouse is at Glen Miller.
Yeah.
Ron and Terry were married. Now, Terry, his first wife, by the way, is real sick. But they were upstairs at the clubhouse in Glen Miller, and they had 3 kids up there running around in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, God.
Noisy
And always
as
had
can
lots
be.
of company.
And they would come running downstairs naked, and they'd run around the place. And it really turned out to be a great start for him in the golf business.
Oh,
I didn't know that. I'll ask him to tell a story about that.
Yeah.
His wife Vicky is one of my best friends and a sorority sister, and we talk quite often. Vicky's actually his 3rd wife, but
Yeah.
so he has 2 children by his first wife, and she's no longer
Yeah.
living.
Susan was
His-
at IU East for years. Or
And then
no, she-
Terry is actually a member of my church, so I know his 2nd wife, but I knew her when they lived above Glen Miller. But Vicky and I are close.
Yeah, yeah.
What's his last name?
DeMayo.
Oh, DeMayo.
Yeah.
Mhm. Capital DE, capital
And-
MA. Yeah.
IU guys and Georgia people, IU hired a new president last week. Name might be Fern Miller, president of Kennesaw State University.
Yeah. North of
And I read her resume actually this morning because I knew I was getting ready for this. She was a real pioneer in the medical business online. And that might be one of the attractions. My daughter and I were talking, I was trying to figure out how you get to Indiana University from Kennesaw State. But Kennesaw State, Tom, you guys are probably aware of that. It's much bigger than I thought it was.
It is.
41,000 students, I think, 4,000.
I think that might be
graduate
the first
school.
female president, isn't it?
What's that?
I think
Isn't it? Isn't she probably the first female president?
First female president at IU for sure.
That's what I
Yeah.
meant.
Her name is,
Yeah, and Donna Spears says she's great. You know, I don't know if Donna was on the committee or not, but said it was a great hire for the university. And again, for IU people that love IU athletics, she is an athletic person. She's on the committee for NCAA compliance and all those kind of things and academic achievement. So it's going to be a good one, I think. Comes on board July 1st.
yeah, her name is Pamela Whitten.
What is
Right.
it, Tom?
Pamela Whitten. I've got the paper right here.
There
There,
you go, Whitten, that's it.
there she is.
is she an
Yeah.
undergrad?
Yeah, no,
She was
so
kind of in
she is
telehealth.
a PhD in communication studies from the University of Kansas,
Right.
Master of Arts in Communication from, this is not good, you guys, University of Kentucky,
Boo.
and a Bachelor of Science in Management from Tulane University.
Yeah.
She's done extensive research in telemedicine, serving as the Director of Telemedicine at the University of Kansas Medical Center. She also served as the Dean of the College of Communication Arts and Sciences at Michigan State University.
Big step.
So,
And Tom, isn't IU Med moving up to Methodist?
say that again?
Isn't IU Med School moving up to Methodist in the new Methodist complex up on 65?
I can't remember.
You know what?
It's moving somewhere. but I don't remember.
Indiana University Hospital and Medical has just pretty much taken over everything in the state.
Yep.
Well, I think, that, again, my daughter and I were talking, she's over in India. We were talking about that. Methodist has taken a bunch of those buildings, and I don't remember what they were, on the north side and south side of Methodist Hospital and a little bit east.
Yeah.
And wiped all that out.
Yeah.
And a new IU Med School that's moving off the campus down at 10th Street in the town
Right. Uh-huh.
Yes.
is going up that way. And then that'll free up development for IUPUI and IU other disciplines
Mhm,
down on the 10th Street campus.
mhm. Yeah.
So
They've come as
that's all
far,
going on
they're
as we
also at
speak.
Muncie at Ball Hospital. It's
Oh.
IU now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, and the background that the gal has in telemed may be a heck of a thing for that as it goes along time.
Yeah. It says that Walker, who must be the head of the
Search
board,
committee.
yeah, said she checks every box for what the university was looking for in an incoming president.
Wow.
Ultimately, our search led us to several strong finalists who matched what we set out to find: an individual who is strategic, thoughtful, student-centered, and capable of addressing the challenges and opportunities facing major public universities in this decade and beyond. Walker specifically called her a visionary, a collaborator, and an action-oriented leader who has enormous stamina. Let's see.
Great press release. Yeah.
Witten's philanthropic success at Kennesaw State University, receiving the university's 3 largest donations ever, totaling $27.7 million in the past 12 months.
Whoa.
Trustee Quinn Buckner, I don't know if you guys knew that Quinn Buckner, former star, is one of the trustees at IU. Trustee Quinn Buckner praised Witten for her initiatives in her career that match IU's mission of increasing student engagement, transformative research, and diversity and inclusion.
Tom,
So,
how old is she?
Doesn't look very old. Maybe 40s or shorter than that. Doesn't say.
I think it said.
it doesn't say. My guess would be around 50.
Yeah.
You better eat her Wheaties.
But
It should be on Wikipedia, I think, if you look it on there. Should have her age, Judy, yeah.
oh,
And
here's
Donna Spear, for you guys that are local and IU people, is up for re-election this year. Been a good trustee and she's up for re-election this year. for her
Donna is
second
my
term.
best friend. She is one of the top realtors in town too. It's funny, she says that just in case her realty stuff ever fell apart, she does work with Lingle. But anyway, she's kept her dental hygienist license up for something to fall back on. She's very
My
energetic.
goodness.
She's an amazing lady, Vicki, isn't she?
Yeah.
Here's the last quote by Pamela Witten. The important story is that I am coming to a university that is enthusiastic, frankly, if not ecstatic, about the opportunity to bring in a female as a leader of this university.
Great,
So there you go.
good.
All right.
That's
I'll do
awesome.
well.
Good catch on that, Tom, to have that handy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I saw that this morning and I forget. Let's see.
But we had other news this morning.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What?
What?
Harvey didn't get to hear all that.
Yeah, darn.
I-
You ought to, we'll copy that and send it.
Yeah,
out.
we'll send that to
Tom,
him.
do you actually get the paper delivered there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I love.
Good, good. I still get the paper too.
I do too. I
Yeah,
do
I
too.
think the Indianapolis Star is great. I've been
Oh, that one.
I've got friends and family all over the country, and you go to their houses, and I look forward to getting their Sunday paper, and then there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. And
You
the
should see ours, Tom, yeah. Is it-
Yeah.
you're talking
Indy
about
Star
ours?
is fantastic.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know, please bear with me here. Cut me some slack, but they've got a great sports section. I mean,
Yes,
great.
yes.
So,
Indy Star.
But
but,
she has to copy and send to his friend in Quebec City.
yeah, the young man in Quebec,
Oh,
Canada,
he's
I always have
funny.
to send
Oh, my
him.
gosh, it's so funny.
He's real interested in Butler, Nancy, and
I know.
I'm sure I've said that before, but there's a young man who's going to be, he's from Brownsburg here, and he's going to be a freshman next fall and be on the basketball team there. And they had a real cool little article in the county paper all about him, but it was all about track because he's also, I guess it was, I guess maybe I said this to you guys before. I thought it was a sophomore, but as a junior, he won the state championship in the long jump.
Oh, wow.
And he
Good.
expects to do even better this year. So, yeah.
Tom,
Yeah.
my neighbor across the street here knew I went to Butler, and there was a big article in the New York Times about Hinkle Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
And he saved it for me and gave it to me last week. And
Oh,
I didn't
good.
realize, I didn't realize it's 90 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody loves to go play in it because everywhere else they go, they're all real brand new, you know, and everything else.
Yeah.
And this thing still looks like,
Well,
Old time.
said they've been refurbishing it for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
In the
it's-
last 10 years.
all the,
But
yeah,
I
all
didn't
the
realize
seats,
It's been replaced.
everything's padded.
And they have heat in the wintertime.
Yeah,
which
they
is real
have
nice.
heat.
that's unusual. Wasn't that way? when I
But
was
usually, listen, because of those windows, that's the other thing. If everybody
Has windows
talking
in it.
about it's got windows.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
usually you need air conditioning because the windows
Yeah.
let the light in and it gets hot in
It's
there.
hot in there. when
Here's a
it's-
picture of this young man, and he is a good looking young man there.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah.
What's the name, Tom?
His name is Pierce Thomas. And his mom was a basketball star. His dad was a basketball star. I think they played at Indiana State University.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then I think his mom was also track. But he gets it. And then I'm sure we've mentioned this before because our handyman is his grandfather.
Huh.
So
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's-
I got
now
it.
you got it. Oh,
Yeah, I got
Jane, it just clicked with Jamie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I know.
So I had to send this article to this kid up in
Yeah,
Quebec.
every time we see his grandfather, we always get the updates.
Yeah. Yeah, the first thing he walks in the door, he doesn't want to talk about
No,
what he's supposed to do
no.
here today. He said, hey, let me bring you up to date on Pierce. So, but it makes it fun. And I honestly think now a number of you here will not, this won't mean much to you, but there's a young man who came out of Brownsburg who was a great basketball star. He was a star at Butler. And
Gordon
then
Hayward.
Gordon
I
Hayward.
got it.
Yes.
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and he was drafted after his sophomore year into the NBA, and he was the ninth person drafted. So he was number 9 in the first round. And that's quite, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he was the only white boy.
Probably.
So, but he played at, let's see,
Utah.
Utah.
Went to Utah.
And it was interesting. We had a client out at Salt Lake City. And my business partner and I fly out there and we, get a cab and go to this hotel. And the hotel was right across the street from the auditorium where the Jazz played. And they had those big, huge banners of pictures of the players.
Yeah.
And there's a
There's
big,
Gordon.
huge banner of Gordon Hayward facing the
Oh.
door going into the hotel. And it just seemed weird, just strange.
Yeah,
to
he's
see that.
famous.
And then he went to the Boston Celtics because the head coach at Butler,
Was it?
when they went to the national championship, Gordon was on that team,
Mhm.
then left and was drafted or, was recruited away and went to become the head coach of the Boston Celtics. And so then Gordon went to the Boston Celtics, and in his very first game, broke his leg in like 3 places and had to sit
Oh.
out a year, but he did real well there. And he just recently then moved again. And this time I think he's with Charlotte. Is that right, Bob? Do you know? Is he with TK? You guys follow this stuff more than I do probably. But anyway, he's a
Maybe
big time star. Well, anyway, I think that this Pierce Thomas
Yeah,
could be another Gordon Hayward.
Wow.
He's that good. So we'll see. Anyway, okay, enough sports.
so we have a good
I
reason to go
always-
to Butler.
Whenever I
don't
start talking sports, I keep my right eye wherever she is on Judy. And if she starts to drift
wander.
off, then I know, okay, we don't need to talk anymore sports.
Thank you, Tommy.
That's okay.
Those
Okay,
sports are cool. I mean,
okay.
if you know anything about them.
What we're here for.
TP,
Yeah,
Gordon Hayward out 4 weeks after spraining his foot. He does play for Carolina now, Charlotte Hornets.
yeah.
Yeah, the Hornets, yeah.
It's a bad luck.
But if you need a little extra spending money, he just signed a 4-year contract for 120 million.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, that's not shabby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think his very first contract when he was first drafted, I think was 78 million. And then I don't know what he went up to when he went to Boston. But then it went even higher than when he went to Charlotte.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be real good to be knocking down that kind of money.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the thing that's so funny about Gordon Hayward kind of was under the radar
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
because he did not go through a growth spurt until between his junior and senior year in
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah. And he played baseball.
No.
No, what did he do?
He played tennis.
Tennis. Okay.
Yes.
And and if anybody paid any attention to him, they were thinking that maybe he might get a scholarship somewhere to play tennis.
Tennis. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he becomes 6'6".
Yeah.
And so it was fun. And Jane Anna, of course, and so Brownsburg last year, his senior year I'm sorry, Judy, I lied. I'm back in. Now, put yourself in all of us now. Don't leave. Put yourself in, just think about this. If this was Richmond when we were seniors. So he's a senior. Brownsburg's going to the state, and they're in the class that's the highest class. So that's tough competition. So they go to the final state championship game against guess who? Marion. The Marion Giants.
So tired of them.
And he goes into that, and that game is going back and forth. Jane Ann and I get to go to this game. It's downtown where the Pacers play.
Yeah.
And so there's 3.5 seconds left in the game. We're down by 1.
Yeah.
So somebody, I don't know who took the ball out, but they throw the ball.
He took the ball.
No,
he didn't.
no,
Okay.
somebody throws the ball in to another guy that was really good, and then throws the ball to him, and he just tips it, and it goes in, and we win the game.
Oh, geez.
And win the state championship. And so then when he ends up his sophomore year at Butler and they're in the final, the NCAA final game against Duke,
Yeah.
it was almost an identical situation. 3.5 seconds. They throw the ball to him. I don't know if you guys, maybe TK or Bob might have remembered.
Yeah, I remember. Mm-hmm.
How the
We all expected it to go in.
And
it looked good.
Went in.
Yeah, and he took that shot and it just barely missed.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
It looked like the shot that Gonzaga kid hit against UCLA
Oh,
in
yeah.
the semifinal game.
That was beautiful.
But anyway, okay. Now, Ron Siders,
He's awful quiet.
tell us what's happening down in Florida.
Concerning what?
Anything. What's happening to you? What are you doing? Are you still mowing 10 acres?
The grass growing.
Won't be mowing today because it's raining,
Yeah.
or it has been raining. This is a kind of a low time of the year. It's heating up. Our temperatures lately have been in the mid to upper 80s.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the humidity's starting to creep up, getting close to summer. I think the basketball team, getting back to sports again, the basketball team, I think, have been able to replace some of the guys that were leaving. So that's a good thing. And of course, everything down here revolves around football. So
Yeah.
Now, you are not really involved there with the football program, are you?
not really, no.
Okay.
I was primarily with the basketball program. It wasn't an official part of it, but I was, worked there on the floor with them at their home games and that type of thing. got out of baseball a long time ago. Of course, we opened up a new baseball stadium this year. And so that's not on campus anymore. It's way off campus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that because they didn't have the land?
That was because the football team wanted to build a new football complex.
Get out of here.
They tore down the old baseball park and moved the baseball park out and put the football complex next to the basketball arena and the football stadium. So all that's on campus, but there's not much room on campus to build anything anymore. They have to go west and to the south.
Okay.
Hmm.
What's the student population now?
Oh, gee. It was up around 55,000.
Wow.
Gosh.
And
That's a lot.
yeah, and the vast majority of those people live on campus.
Yeah, good portion of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not maybe this past year, but
Right.
in years past, the bulk of them are on campus.
Yeah.
It's not a commuting school at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. So what are you going to do to keep from getting bored until next basketball season?
Just try to keep up with housework and
Yeah.
yard work, that type of stuff. Not much else to do.
Do you ever do much traveling?
Very little. I used to do a lot of traveling up to the North Carolina area. Used to go up there and play golf all the time, but
Oh my
I
God.
haven't done that in several years.
And do you have any family left in Richmond?
I think I still have a sister that lives there.
You think?
That's a long story, but
Okay. Well, I don't want to pry. Just the way you said it sounded funny.
she and I had a falling out, about 15, 20 years ago, when she was having some health problems and and so we didn't see eye to eye on a bunch of things. And make a long story short, we haven't communicated much since that time.
Okay.
I think the last time I saw her was 10 years ago when my mom passed away.
Okay.
And I still have one brother that lives up in northern Indiana,
Okay.
a place called Bern.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
He lives up there, and I think he's retired now. I hear from him about maybe once a month. He's got a daughter that used to work with the Indiana Pacers
Oh.
for a while out of Indianapolis, but that's been a few years ago. But then my other brother passed away, about 4 years ago, something like that. He lived out in Arizona.
Well, what I'm kind of subtly leading up to is like, hey, man, if you don't have anything else to do, why don't you hop in the car and come up to this lunch?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'd love to see you. And I can almost guarantee you that if you come, all the ladies will stand in line and give you a kiss.
That might keep him away.
I haven't stayed driving in a car for more than maybe an hour at the most in the last 5 or 6 years. I got some back problems, and it just drives me batty to sit in one position for a while without moving around. And of course, when you're driving, you can't move around a whole lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Particularly care to fly. So I think the last time I was in a plane was back in what had to be about 2009.
Oh, my goodness.
back when my mom passed away.
So what's the closest major airport to you?
Major airport
Yeah, is that Jacksonville?
would be Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gainesville has a regional airport that communicates with, I want to say Dallas and the New Orleans area.
Oh, okay.
It has a major connection in Atlanta. Of course, everything in the south goes through Atlanta.
Everybody goes to
And
Atlanta.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
So, but Gainesville, it's easy to get in and out of. You got to go through another airport in order to go anywhere.
Yes.
Well, you ought to just hop on a plane in Gainesville, fly to Atlanta, and Atlanta straight to Indianapolis, and we'll pick you up and take you on over.
I used to fly into Indianapolis a lot
Yeah.
many years ago.
Well, I'm going to warn you. We'll keep twisting your arm now until we go get together.
I
So,
may have to do some major twisting.
And there's
okay.
that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, Ron. Come on. Old ladies gonna line up and kiss you? Come on.
Well, on the cheek.
Oh,
So now, so Karen, I just
Yes.
saw your honey walking around and he walked out of the room. How's he feeling today?
Pretty good. We got to have lunch with our grandson and his
Oh,
fiance.
Great.
That was nice.
Good.
Yep. I was wondering to ask everyone, last week was a preview to what's coming, which means that we're actually getting out more than just to eat. We went to the library for the first time and they actually let you sit in the library. They had a lot of the areas closed off, but they were able to put a piece of paper on the table that you turn over when you're done. So they limited the seating. But again, it was a Saturday afternoon. It was just something to do after we had lunch, but it was nice to be in the library. And then secondly, and more importantly, on Sunday evening, we went to our 10-year-old grandson's first basketball game. And
Good.
we were inside and it felt very safe because I was around old people that had all had their shots. And anyway, and he won. And what was cool was he's a fourth grader and that particular team has chosen to play the fifth and sixth graders this year. So they were
my
playing
gosh.
older ones and they won 41-7. So
Wow.
we'll
Wow.
see what tomorrow night, we'll see whether tomorrow night holds up with that. But it's rather exciting and they have, he's doing football and basketball. So not to bore you, but anyway, it's kind of nice to have things to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got a feeling that we're going to lose a lot of folks this summer
Yeah.
because I think a lot of the folks are going to be going to grandchildren's sporting events.
Mhm.
Oh,
Graduations.
oh yeah, graduations.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I have two of those, but we just got noticed that our granddaughter's graduating from Cleveland May 15th, and they're gonna televise it on computer. And because only two people are allowed to go. So, but she'll be coming back to our area here in Dayton, and that will be nice.
Dayton.
Well, good. So Diane, you don't have a cold, do you?
No, it's allergies.
Oh,
Okay.
goody.
Just allergies, driving me crazy.
Now, how close do you live to the downtown of Terre Haute? You're over in Terre Haute, correct?
8 or 10 miles.
Oh, so you're out.
Yeah.
Which direction?
Let's see, northeast.
Okay, northeast. Is
Yeah.
it like a separate little town? Does it have?
No,
Okay. Okay.
just out in the country.
Okay. Okay. So what have you been doing for fun?
Not a whole lot.
But you've gotten your shots, correct?
Oh, yes, yes,
So you're able to go out to dinner now or lunch or,
yes, and I do.
Okay,
Oh, good.
Just a whole lot to do.
okay.
Now, is your grandson the only one that's near to you now?
Nope. There are 3 of them but next door. It's about, what, an eighth of a mile away.
Oh, my gosh. That's-
Uh, But there are 3 of them over there.
Hmm.
And then there are a couple more a little bit farther out, northeast. And so they're kind of scattered around, some
Okay.
across the river in Terre Haute.
Okay. Is there any, I don't know about you, how you feel about driving yourself, but if you don't feel like good about it, is there a grandchild that you could pay to drive you over for the luncheon on that Saturday?
I don't know. I haven't looked into that, but I don't really feel comfortable driving.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
it's a ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just drove around Terre Haute last weekend to go see my sister, and thank heavens they've got that bypass in now. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah. Makes a huge difference.
yes. But still, for you, that'd probably be what, 3-hour drive or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
oh yeah, that'd be a long drive.
that's a long drive.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be driving from one side of the state to the other,
Exactly.
from west to east. Yeah, yeah.
50 miles.
And so speaking of a long drive then, TK, you and Betsy are going to drive down or fly down?
Yeah, drive down. Mhm.
Okay.
We
Okay,
might stop over in Chicago possibly on the way.
I have a sister was there,
Okay.
and her adult daughter.
Yeah, because it would be an 8 or 9 hour drive
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
straight through.
yeah, yeah, right. So what you gonna drive? Are you gonna drive the Tesla?
Oh, right.
It's our
That's-
only car.
Good.
As my mother would say, how
Nope.
fast does it go?
Oh, it goes very fast.
And it
140.
How
goes-
far does it go?
What's that, Jim?
How far does it go?
Right.
The range when it was produced was 310, and over time, depending on how you treat it,
Mhm.
you lose a little bit of range. It probably could go 295 or thereabouts if you charged it to the max and then drove it till there was no energy left. But,
How long does it take to charge?
it depends on how much you need, how much you got left to your destination. So, you could probably charge in 20 minutes, maybe 120 miles, something like that.
Wow. We use it to get some food, you find a restroom or whatever. So it really doesn't, it's nice to get a break.
Those are stops you'd be making anyway, probably, Betsy, right? Yeah.
What's that?
Those are stops you'd be making anyway.
That's
Yeah.
right.
In the gas engine, yeah.
But
Yeah,
how do you
well-
know where the charging stations are?
That's my question.
Well, the Tesla has a really smart,
GPS kind of thing.
and it tells you where the charging stations are, and it tells you if you've got it navigated, it tells you better stop here.
All this is real
Well, that's
time.
good.
Yeah, so
Yeah. So
it's easy to do.
you just type in your destination and it knows what your current charge is, how many miles of range you have.
Hmm.
So it'll show you on the map where you're going to stop. You don't have to, of course. You can go a little further to the next stop, but it in real time it would tell you say there's 10 chargers at the next stop, how many are in use at the time, the facilities nearby that are available, hotel, restaurant, bar.
It's
whatever.
often in a place where there's either restaurants or a grocery store, or, places like that. So you can
Yeah.
stop and pick stuff up or get a lunch or whatever.
Like on the north side of Richmond, where Myers is.
Yeah,
anybody-
that's the only place I know that has them, and there's a
Yeah,
lot
they
of.
have 8 or 10, I think.
And
there.
that was
Yeah.
pretty new. They didn't used to be there, which made it kind of tough to get from Indianapolis to Dayton.
If
without-
you were
They are new. They are new. You must really be computer savvy because I have a friend that has one and you just look at the dashboard. It just looks like one big computer.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's a
It
15
would be
inch.
it would be my worst nightmare.
well, the whole car is just metal sitting on top of a big computer. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Do you like it? Do you like
yeah.
it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's too much, man. It's I don't think I'd ever go back to a internal
Gasoline?
car. Yeah.
I think in yours not too far away that, several companies are
Yeah,
stopping
I know
making the gas cars and going to electric.
But where we're living now, we have a charger right in the garage. So we, it's like you have your own gas station in your garage.
Exactly.
How
Awesome, yeah.
how do you work out the amount of electricity you use compared to the gas? So in terms of energy expenditure, like everybody complains about using fossil fuel, that's not good, but you're still using energy. How do you work that out?
Well, it's about probably half as much.
Yeah, it depends on where you live and how much
Yeah.
gas costs, but
And how it's produced
right, yes.
and how the electricity is produced in a state.
Right.
Some states don't use coal or whatever, and some states use
Right.
coal. But as far as the cost of it,
Mhm.
it's probably about half the cost of.
A little
Yeah,
lower, yeah.
yeah.
40%.
I was thinking about the footprint, the energy footprint, because
Mhm.
a lot of people want to get them to lower the energy footprint. But
Right.
I've kind of always wondered if it really does that, since you have to use so
Depends
much
on where you live.
electricity.
It doesn't really take that much electricity.
No,
In the end, we need to get rid of fossil fuel,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
especially coal.
Right.
Burning it.
right.
I mean, that's what needs to happen. I mean,
Right.
Mhm.
if we're gonna improve it.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
I gotta say goodbye. My battery's running low.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh, no, speaking of electricity and battery.
I haven't paid my bill. No.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
talk to you next week.
Right.
Thanks.
okay, see you,
Bye,
Karen.
Karen.
Bye, Karen.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, that'll be one of the incentives for coming to the luncheon because that's a beautiful car. Now, Tom never took me for a ride in it.
He'll take anybody for a ride.
Try
I
to keep a low
guarantee.
profile.
What kind is it?
Tesla Model 3. It's
It's the smaller one.
a smaller of the two
Okay. Okay.
passenger cars. It's not they do have an SUV called the Y on the same platform, a little more room, sits up a little higher. I've noticed as a quote older person it's harder to get out of a car. Push yourself out, grab the door and all that. God, I must be old. Anyway,
Really?
yeah, anybody that's coming to the gathering, be glad to do test drives. We don't have a full schedule, so.
That sounds good. I think that we're gonna sign people up for that,
You
TK.
better make sure it's charged up when you get there.
Yeah, that's true.
But, So how many,
We can just go charge and you can see how that
Now,
works.
Tommy, I have a little bit of a story about that. We've had this car since 2018, but in 2016, I stood in line in Atlanta the day you could sign up for them, even though they weren't even in production
You
yet.
had to go in person though and
In
plunk
person.
down your
So,
$1,000.
because Tom was so interested, I stood in line. I don't know where he was, but I went and stood in line for 2 hours to sign up for this. And I took a picture of the people in line. I was the only old lady in line. There were these all these
Techie guys,
techie guys.
blue
and
jeans
all.
and a black t-shirt. And all
you were the coolest person in line.
Yeah.
Generation X.
I think they were looking at,
Wow, that's- yeah.
hey, this woman's got to be strange in some way.
Okay, how many of them hit on you?
Well, they looked at me when I was taking pictures of them.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys, now, how many of you have seen a Tesla in person and been around one when okay, because they
I've
are
been for a
really
test
cool.
drive.
Yeah, when he starts it up, you can't even hear it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really, really.
Under 5 is,
Amazing, yeah.
yeah, it's, I'm not reckless, but I really like to drive. I would have liked to have been a race car driver of some kind, actually, but never. And Edna Rowe, any of you remember Edna Rowe at high school? Who
Sure.
taught drivers training.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Really
I
good. She was tough. I mean, she was tough. No one had ever gotten a perfect score on her driving test.
Well,
Yeah, I didn't get 100, but you remember how the circle used to be there as you're approaching the bridge
Yes.
Circles on the
There were no-
boulevard, yeah.
in the street. It told you which quote lane to be in. So that's where we started, and immediately she took 3 points off my score. So now I'm 97, but I didn't make it the rest of the way. And she said at the time, "That's the highest score I've given." Blah blah blah. She later asked me to be she said they have a rodeo of the best drivers for high school students somewhere in America. I don't know. Would you be interested in? I don't know why I said no. It was dumb. Could have gone to see how I would have done against other excellent. So
Cool.
I really like to drive.
That's cool.
So we're going to drive up and see Judy.
Yeah,
Yay.
in the fall.
Only about 1,100 miles.
Oh, it's nothing. I used to put my kids in the car at 4 a.m, head out to Indiana, stop at a hotel or motel with a pool in it about 4 p.m, throw them in the pool. So they swam and swam and swam and were so tired, gave them food, put them in bed, got them up at 3 a.m, and drove the rest of the way
Good
because I
God.
couldn't drive if they were awake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't that bad. I mean, almost all of it was quiet,
Yeah.
but it was like 1,300 miles to Richmond.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. I always did it every year, once or twice.
Wow.
New York State Thruway.
You're the man. I mean, you're the woman.
Road warrior.
It was fun.
I'm just
though.
ready going to Houston next week.
Okay.
I mean, it's 3 hours and I just don't want to. I guess I'm going to have to. My niece is coming down from Hagerstown and I haven't seen her in 8 years.
Wow.
Oh, you need to come.
Yeah, so she's coming down and Nancy, I'm probably not going to get to have lunch with you. as I
Okay.
wanted to, but I'm going to try to make more trips. Maybe we can get together sometime this summer.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Or I can come to Austin. I haven't been to
But
Austin. in a
yeah,
long
you
time.
haven't been to Austin. Yeah, come on up.
I used to live in Pflugerville.
Oh, hey, that's just hop, skip, and jump over. You know, I've never been in downtown Pflugerville.
I'm sure it's changed since when I
A
was
lot
there.
of people have been.
It's
Is
a
there
neat
such a
old
thing?
town.
That's,
Does that exist?
yeah, that name doesn't sound like a
Yeah.
Texas name.
No.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it is.
Metro,
Becky,
right?
it sounds like the
Mr.
title of a
Pfluger.
book.
Oh,
I've
we've
never been to
got-
Pflugerville, downtown
we've got some
Pflugerville.
Texas names that are really strange. Cut and
Yeah.
Shoot, Texas, Dime
Now that's more like it.
That's dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, we've got a road down here called Nameless.
Really?
Nameless.
Wow.
Nameless
Really?
Road.
Adjective.
So, you know, we're weird.
I'm sorry, you guys. I've been trying to do better since one time when Bob couldn't get on and he was sending me an email. So now I've been trying to keep my iPad handy just in case. But so Harvey said, tell everybody I'm sorry I had to cut out early today. I'm meeting friends for lunch.
Okay.
So there you go.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And
So
do you guys know Jane is on a road trip? Did you know that?
Yeah, she
No.
went to Palm Springs,
oh, I think she told
Oh,
us.
that's right. Yeah, she had some.
Said last week, yeah.
Yeah,
and Felice has gone to Michigan.
right. I got a message from police.
Grandchildren with
Yes.
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
I don't know where Susie is.
Oh, I don't, yeah, usually she'll tell me. And then we haven't seen, I mean, you guys are in touch with Nancy Chappell. She's okay, right?
Oh, yeah, she was on our Zoom yesterday.
Okay, good, good,
She's
good.
fine.
I was wondering what kind of snow they got because
Oh, they got buried.
they got
Very little.
very
Oh,
little
I
where
think they
she
got a
is.
lot.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it seems strange that she doesn't seem to get a whole lot, but Boulder and Denver
Oh,
got
yeah.
a bunch.
Yeah, they
Oh,
got.
yeah, they did. Denver particularly.
Yeah.
You know, somebody I want to ask about next time is Mike Golden.
Mike Golden.
I think he committed suicide many years ago.
No,
Oh.
Who was it?
no.
Mike
Mike
Golden.
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 Yeah.
Mike Golden, yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to hang out with him, me and Longer and a bunch of others.
Park, yeah.
And his father was a piece of work, you know, so
Was he mean? What do you mean?
Mike
piece of work?
Golden.
No,
Huh?
what do you mean piece of work? What was he like?
He was just very strange and kind of offbeat and, you know, the kind of person that somebody in high school would like to hang out with, you know,
Yeah.
Wasn't he married to Bonnie Weiser for a while? Do you remember Bonnie Weiser?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were high school
He's married to her
sweethearts, weren't
for
they,
a while.
Jim?
Mhm. Yeah.
I think he was married to her for a while.
Yeah, I've lost track of her. I've tried to get in touch with her, but have never had any success.
Have you ever tried David Longer, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
He's
Yeah,
out.
no, he's
cooperating.
out
All
there.
tried him.
He knows what, he knows what we're doing.
Yeah.
But Dave, if you're out there, buddy, I'm going to badmouth you today. Why don't you say hi to us once in a while?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's, but you know, we got him to come to a
He was at the
luncheon
fifth-
one year,
Was that the
1
50th?
year. He just walked in. We didn't even know he was coming.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
but I don't think he's come to
Uh-uh.
a formal reunion.
No, he did.
He
was
did
at the
one
5th,
time,
Like the
He was-
25th or something? It was quite a while
something
ago.
like that.
Oh,
thought
well, a
it was
long
at the
time ago,
50th.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, and he just walked in and we go, oh, hello.
Yeah, I think that was the first one that, oh, shoot,
Judy.
no. Who's the little red-haired girl? I always call her the little red-haired
Oh.
girl.
Crazy.
Nancy Benson.
Jane
Crazy
Oh.
Jane Weininger.
Ellen Jane.
Oh,
Ellen,
Jane
yeah,
Weiniger.
Ellen Jane. When EJ put together the first luncheon,
Yeah.
he came.
Yeah.
That was the one where we had this, that at that cafeteria, and then the guy came to speak
Oh, Sean
Uh,
Dingworth?
from the museum,
Yeah.
the art
Sean.
museum.
Oh, I-
That was good. That guy
Mhm.
was good. And I bought one of those books. The artwork is phenomenal.
Yeah. It took him about 5 years. I'm still I'm one of the trustees, but anyway, he's still our leader and he's just really good. He's writing a second book on Indiana artists as well.
Okay. Well, that was,
Vicki, are they remodeling Richmond High School's art museum?
I'm sorry?
In the Richmond High School Art Museum under remodel now?
It's finished now. The
This
one
week.
big hurdle we just made, because we're in a high school, anytime we've had an art opening or something, we couldn't have wine. But now we just have the right board with the right principal, and now we're going to be able to have wine.
All
All
right.
right.
Yay.
We got a lot more people coming.
You got a new superintendent coming, so you gotta be careful.
Okay. Well, you guys, it's 4:20. So we better probably sign off.
Tell
And
them I'll update you on Marlon Burns as soon as I know.
yeah, and so just for the last word is that Steve Van Zant and I haven't drummed up any other business yet, but at least the two of us are going to come over to see Bob Van Pelt. And so those of you who are in Richmond,
Good.
like Vicki, and Sandy's not on today. Is Sandy okay, by the way?
She is. I don't know where she is.
Okay, I worry now because I know she's got that bad back and
Yeah.
she's always on, so.
No,
Oh,
she's
probably.
fine. She's not supposed to be working out in her yard, but when I walk my dog, she's out there.
Okay,
Yeah.
but anyway, so we're gonna get Bob out of there and we're gonna go someplace for
Springing.
lunch. Yeah, we're springing Bob out.
Somebody tried last night, Tom, and the fire alarm went off.
Oh,
Okay,
About
Gotcha.
2:00 this morning, somebody tried to get out.
so we're gonna do that on May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. So
That's good.
I don't know, maybe we better go Mexican, Bob.
We could do that, El Rio or somewhere.
Okay,
if
all
we
right.
Get in.
We'll see you guys next week.
Okay,
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
Jim.
Have a good week.
bye.
Jim, you're back on the music, right, Jim?
Yep, I am.
Okay,
good.
Back on it.
good.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Diane. Everybody's off.